Cool. We're recording.
Okay, hello everyone. Before we start, I'd like Mukhtar to just introduce who we are and what this is all about, and then after that I'm going to talk about what you're actually going to be learning in this program. Is that okay, Mukhtar?
Yeah, that's perfect. Put on the spot there. So essentially, I started a collective of builders, SM Web Systems. I'm gracious enough to have Ben hosting this class for the first week. And then we'll be working with Mwila for week 2 and 3, going into Rust, and week 4 and 5 looking at Soroban smart contracts. Week 6 and 7, hopefully we're building smart contracts. And then from there, we'll be doing evaluations of the smart contracts. Hopefully you guys will be able to put those smart contracts on the blockchain. And then we'll be awarding NFTs to everyone involved, saying that you are a stellar developer, depending on where you get through in the course, whether you're an attendee, whether you completed the course, whether you got to testnet, or whether you got to mainnet. And yeah, Ben, do you want to take it away?
Sure. Let's start. Let me just share my screen. Bear with me a little bit. Can you see my screen? Okay, so this is how it's going to work. We are on week 1. Hello, Jax. We are on week 1. And this week we're introducing you to blockchain and to Stellar. And this is before we're gonna get into coding in Rust and also building smart contract using Soroban. So this is where I'd like you guys to go. You'll see there's blockchain basics. So this is what you're gonna be doing, what you're gonna have to go through for the first week. And here's going to be for the second and third week will be here, and then the 4th and 5th week will be here. So if you click here, here is where you're going to get all the resources. You can see here, this is week 1. So here we just cover the foundational concepts, and this is what you need to understand before moving into building Rust and building smart contracts. And this is especially for those who don't know anything about blockchain. If you're a complete beginner, you definitely have to go through this one. So I split it into three days. So you can do it on your own time, but I recommend that you start this evening. So today, so the first day, it will be the introduction to blockchain. And there's a playlist here on YouTube, and you can also find the slide here. So it's broken down into 4 parts. So you can watch that, or you can also go view the slides. So this is the slide. This slide here, you'll find it here. And then for second day, the Stellar Consensus Protocol. So here you're going to, this is also a very important concept to understand, because you need to also figure to know how do all these computers that are participating in the blockchain make a decision. How do they all make a decision? So that's why it's important, and it's broken down into different topics. So for those who already have experience with blockchain, you can skip this and then move to day 2 and learn about the consensus mechanism in Stellar, like how it works. And day 3 is going to be the introduction to Stellar Stack. And you see the playlist and the slides and also different topics. So you can do this on your own time. But we're going to be available on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for questions. If you have any questions, if there's something that you don't understand, you can hit us up. You can join us for that. But for the first week, it's not going to be too hectic because there's already pre-recorded materials that you can just go through. And then once you're done with that, we're going to go to the second week. So the second week, so next week, you now start to learn how to code in Rust. There is the link that we're going to share to you. There is a course on Cypher that you can go through on your own time, but make sure you finish within the first 2 weeks. And this is a guide on how to follow. Here you see before Tuesday the 17th, which is next week, you should have gone through the course intro, the module 2, the Rust intro, and data types. And Tuesday, you have to go through that. So we're going to share this with you so you can follow. Yes, Mukhtar?
So we are trying to practice a bit of repetitive learning. So Muila will also be creating content around this as well. So in the classes, we'll have some of his content on YouTube as well. But also using Python will give you just learning in different ways and accessing different stuff. So we'll get there as well, but yeah.
Yeah. This is something that will help you to follow. And this is, so you learn about data types, flow control, ownership, error handling. So all that within 2 weeks. And after that, you will then move to smart contract development. So here's where you're gonna build your first smart contract. And so from the simplest, because I'm gonna start teaching you from the simplest smart contract and then gradually moving on to a much more complex smart contract. So that you understand. And week 6 to week 7, a bulletin where you're going to have to build a smart contract with guidance and deploy it on the testnet on the 6th week. And on the 7th week, you're going to deploy on the mainnet. So yeah, that's the plan for the program. Anything you want to add, Mukhtar? Maybe something that I missed?
No, I think you've covered it perfectly. I just want to find out if there's any questions.
Yes, Joel?
Good evening, everyone. The question that I have is for each week, will we only be meeting up on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 until 8, or will the times change like as we progress in the program?
No, the time won't change. So that time, from 7 to 8 will be the time where we're going to be available for you for any question. We'll also be doing exercises, live exercises, because but not this week. This week, everything you're gonna be doing on your own, but you can ask me any question whenever you start. But next week, Mwila will be available on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 7 to 8, where we basically go through what you already learned, and as well as some exercises, because in Cryfin, there's some exercises that you stumble upon. So Mila will be there to assist you with that live. Yes.
And also with regards to, like, let's say that we like progress ahead of the class and we end up, like, let's say on a Monday, we need to find out like a question from one of the facilitators. How exactly would we be able to get in contact with you?
We have a group. We have a group on Discord as well as Telegram, right, Mukta? So Telegram and Discord, where you can ask any question. So if you are ahead, then you're free to ask any questions.
So I've just pasted the Telegram and Discord communities in the chat, but I will send them to you in a mail blast after the class.
Yeah, Miles, there's a question.
Yeah, just quickly, what happens if for some reason we miss a class or an evening? Is there a way to make it up?
Good question. So the classes, so next week, the classes are not mandatory because you're going to follow Cyprin. So even the course that Mila is going to create will just go hand in hand with Cyprin. So if you understand everything in Cyprin, then you don't really need to be, even if you miss a class or two, it's not really a problem, but we'll want you to get a certificate at the end on the Cyprin platform. Yes, Mukhtar?
So I think, yes, like being available in the classes will be beneficial for you. But then there also are going to be supplementary. We have videos already on YouTube for week 1. We'll have supplementary videos for week 2. We'll upload these classes on YouTube for you guys to see them. Probably the next day, because the internet needs to buffer and save these videos somehow. So we'll upload that the next morning. But we do want to have a complete framework for you to work ahead. So the courses will be on GitHub, on YouTube, and then you should also be able to work through the courses on Cryfin as well. And then if you need to reach out to us on Telegram or Discord, we will be available like next day or same day, depending on the time.
Awesome, thanks, Dr.
I see a question. Is this exclusive to builders only? I'm a legal practitioner with great interest in blockchain and looking at it from a legal perspective. So Mukhtar.
So I'd like to try that. So essentially, we will be covering a lot of the building components. But if you understand smart contracts, you'll be able to understand and extrapolate the legalities of smart contracts. For example, I'm not a lawyer. Like, I'm not your lawyer. I'm no one's lawyer. I don't know anything, but just like legal disclaimer. But in South Africa, you have contracts that you can sign, like digitally sign. There are custodial providers of that service that allow you to digitally sign. And essentially, we are at a stage where we could potentially be moving over to smart contracts. So understanding the language, how smart contracts work, how they can be used in a legal setting will be very beneficial for you. But if you do want to discuss more legal components, if you want to bring questions to class, I can be happy to try and help you. If you want to pose questions in the Discord or in the Telegram, I'll try my best to help you or point you in the direction of other lawyers that I already know are working in this space.
So I have a question for Joseph. Oh, well, what kind of legal practitioner are you? Just curious.
Basically, I'm interested in legal technology and its involvement within our day-to-day lives. You understand, looking at almost everything from a legal perspective, because the current laws in South Africa, right, they are quite outdated. So basically, that's what I look at. But I think for the past 2 years, I've been looking particularly in terms of blockchain, like how its decentralization, it changes the whole game in terms of how we practice law, like in terms of jurisdiction and all that. So that's what I've been looking at extensively.
Oh, interesting. Cool. Thank you.
Any other questions? Nice. So, yeah, that's it for now. Mukhtar, anything you want to add?
No, I think we're good. Would you guys like, so essentially we have created this content to be consumed outside of class, and we want to use these sessions more for interactiveness and dealing with the problems, questions you have, and things that you're curious about. So I'd be curious, is there any questions that anyone has about blockchain or to understand a bit better, or where they may find some links, because I don't think, well, Ben shared all the links, so I think we're good on that front. And then we also have the YouTube channel as well, which I'll share for you guys now. But yeah, is there any other questions about blockchain?
Why are we going with Stellar as our chain of choice?
Ben,
Very
do
good
you want me to answer that, or?
Okay, I'll give my answer. So there's so many chains, there's Ethereum, there's Cardano and all that. But every chain also have their advantages and disadvantages. With Stellar focuses a lot in emerging markets, micropayments, which fits with Africa, Southern America, and there's so many solutions that you can build using Stellar as a choice, because I wouldn't go for Ethereum if I'm trying to solve the issue of micropayment. So of course, there's ways I can use second layer solution and all that, but it's just much more simple using Stellar. But personally, I got into Stellar, and that was early last year. I got into Stellar because I started learning about blockchain, and I became so interested. And I wanted to learn more. I also wanted to be in a community where I can also participate and also be active. Stellar was the door that kind of made makes sense because I'm also so interested in micropayments solutions, especially since me personally, I'm from another country here in Africa. I know the pains of having to send money, and you spend a lot on fees for fees. So it was something that I could work with, at the same time be involved in what I love, blockchain, what I'm interested in, and also the community. So that's me personally.
Yeah, I think there's sorry, Ben, you carry on.
And why this course? So this course is just an opportunity to anybody to get into blockchain, because you don't really need to join Stellar, you don't need to do Ethereum. So but it's just an opportunity to get in, and who knows where it's going to take you. Mukta?
Okay, cool. I think for me, it's actual peer-to-peer money. I can actually pay you money, whether it's £5 or 500 Rand. There's a lot of chains where you can't do that. It's fast. They have a very interesting way of storing data. Where we'll cover that later. It'll be actually be in like one of Ben's slides, but in terms of how you can rent space on the blockchain, how you don't have to have anything on the blockchain all the time. It can be temporary. So it's just a very interesting train and a very interesting project. And they are involved in the right way in shaping how the Web3 ecosystem is developing. So I think they are doing the right things in the right places, whether that be universities, conferences, training, and a host of other things. And overall, it's just a great community. Like I have met like a lot of people here on this call through Stellar. So that's essentially why Stellar for me. It's an excellent chain that can do, it solves specific problems that we face that other chains don't. So that's essentially my reason. I'm also curious, like, why do you guys want to learn Stellar? Like, is there any specific reason why you are interested in the course?
Okay.
Ethan?
Seeing that I asked the question and opened up the floor, I guess I'll answer first. I think any practical opportunity to learn more about development in the blockchain space is a good opportunity. And otherwise, I was also interested in the Rust development. I have been looking into that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ethan. It's for me, it's not so much about the chain. It's more about learning the language. So Rust is a pretty amazing language. It's quite multi-purpose, and you're not just stuck building on Stellar. You can build on Solana as well if you know Rust. There's many other chains that use Rust. So I mean, it's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, the reason why I'm picking to do this course specifically is to launch my next scam, man. Gotta make some money. Bear market's coming. No, I'm joking, guys. It's actually part of my goal to become a blockchain developer. So that's my long-term goal. So right now I'm still working my way through everything, but if this is a step in the right direction, which it definitely is, then that's my reason for doing this.
Well, for me, I don't really have any experience with blockchain. So just basically trying to upskill myself in every aspect of the word tech or every aspect in the industry of tech, be it data science, be it software engineering. I just try my best to always open myself up to every opportunity that I can get to learning and upskilling myself.
Awesome. Anyone else want to add anything? Vikas?
Okay, I'll go. I would like to maybe use something else for my hackathon win number 6. I've done 5 already. So I'm keen to learn something new to try and do number 6 with. And I've got a previous hackathon project that I might want to rebuild as a test case on Stellar that's maybe cheaper to do with, but it could involve some stablecoin action as well. So I just want to see what Stellar can give me and then see if it fits in with my use case. Oh, and Rust and blockchain and all that other stuff.
So I'm just going to read for Colleen. So I'm taking the course to learn more about financial technology, seeing how Bitcoin was a buzzword a few years ago and being the current buzzword. I am learning to remain ahead of the curve of technology. I would like to expand my knowledge past the textbook experience. No, it sounds awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, cool, guys. I don't know if anyone else has anything they'd like to add. Okay, cool. So the format would be tomorrow. I'll send out a reminder at an hour before at 6. And then at 7, I'll send out another reminder with the link as well. And then we should be able to kick off the class. Like you can be active on any of the platforms. There is a WhatsApp group as well, but I'm just trying to figure out how to share that link with you guys. But otherwise, you can message us on those other channels, and then I will share the WhatsApp group link in terms of the blast that I send out after this chat. Cool, thanks, guys.
Thank you, folks.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Tazio, you want to add something? Sorry, Tazio?
No, there was a mistake. Sorry.
Okay, cool. No worries. I'll send the WhatsApp link via the mail blast. So you should get it in your email. Okay, cool. Nemukula? Sorry, Nemukula, do you want to say something? Okay, cool.
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay, cool. No worries. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. It was lovely chatting to all of you.
Good night, guys.
Well, night.
Cool. Bye, everyone.
Good night.
It's always interesting to see who's behind.
Fair enough. I'm just figuring out how to kill the recording. But it's also because everyone's on a million things, I guess, and listening and doing stuff.
Yeah, I was just busy setting up the Discord correctly for us quickly.